back again. And this is going to be an atole that I'm going to be making. So it's New Year's time, and actually this is good for if you had like a little bit too much partying. And my mom, every year she used to make atole, and she used to make tamales for Christmas, and then she would make the pozole for, which is a traditional Mexican thing, the pozole menudo for after the New Year's. But I didn't make the menudo yet, so, but in the pozole. But we have the whole month of January to do that. So, but for right now, I do have a couple of tamales that I have steaming. And then I'm making some atole for you. And I have some boiling water here. And I have some sugar and some canned milk. I have two kinds. I'll let you know in a minute. And then I have, and of course I always use distilled water, purified water. I like using the water. A lot of people, it's funny because during the winter times, I feel more comfortable using water out of the sink than in the summer, because I think something's the matter with water in the summertime, because it gets really hot and icky, and I'm thinking, and I could be wrong. I'm thinking the pipes, how the water comes through the pipes, and is the water cleaned? And so I'm really funny about that. So, but I use the water out of, and I think it depends on where you live as well, and how conscientious people are in your community. And so just to be safe, I like to get my distilled water, my purified water. But in the wintertime, if I run out of water, I don't mind using the tap water. But during most of the other months, I am an advocate of purchasing my own water. That's just me. But so I have this water that's boiling, and it's about 7 cups of water in this pot, and I'm going to, well, that would be how many pints? It's a pint and 3/4 of a pint. And then what I'm going to do is get some flour. So I have all-purpose flour. And so I have a cup of water in this bowl, and I'm going to make a slurry. So I'm going to go ahead and put like, I'd say about maybe 3/4 of a cup. Alrighty. And I'll put that aside. And then I'm going to mix this up. Yeah, on my other video, I was really gabbing. Sometimes I just gab. Because, and then I found out I have a granddaughter that likes to talk. I can't wait to meet her. Oh my God, what an adorable child. She's a girl after my heart, after Guillermo's heart. And that's good. Talk on, baby. Yeah. Let's go ahead and strain this. So I'm going to take a bowl here, and I'm going to go ahead and strain that. So I have my water that's boiling, that's running over, and I did wash my hands earlier. So I have my water that's boiling, and it's boiling over, and I have strained my slurry, so it's nice and thick. Do you see that? And so I'm just going to slowly pour it in there and just mix it up. You know the cool thing about making this beverage? You can actually use rice flour if you're gluten intolerant, and you could use, see it's starting to thicken up here, or you could use I don't need rice flour, but you could use a cornmeal, and that would be a champurrada. And I could also do that. The champurrada is really good. You use Mexican chocolate, and you use, instead of this, it's the same process, but you use this instead. So it's nice and thick. And I'm going to take some canned milk. I'm just going to make a traditional atole like my mom used to make. And then you shake it, of course. And you kind of stir it in. So anyway, so I'm going to put the rest of that. So that should be a real good thickening. It's like kind of like a gravy. And you just stir it. And Mom used to say, stir it until, and this is a ceramic pot, which is nice. And she used to say, stir it until, and you don't want it, you want to lower it, because it'll burn on the bottom, and you don't want that. So that was a whole can, and I think it was, how many ounces was it? 12 ounces. And I brought out the coconut. I brought out the coconut milk because you could use coconut milk as well. I dropped it, so it's got a little dink in it. So you could use the coconut milk as well with the, instead, if you don't want to use dairy products, so you can actually totally turn it into like a vegan, which is so cool. And then I have some sugar here. But what I want to do is I want to add, and that's beautifully. And my mom used to tell us to. I have two kinds of sugar I wanted to show you, and there's all kinds of sugars and sweeteners that you use. You can use honey, agave, and I'm going to use a regular white sugar. And then this is a what's it called? I have to check. It's called the turbinado sugar. Turbinado sugar. And there's, like, I have a video clip that I was talking about sweeteners, all kinds of sweeteners, and just, you can learn, you could take one class of just sugars and learn about them, because there's so many different ways of sweetening, and there are healthy ways and there are not so healthy. But this happens to be the unprocessed, it's unbleached, and it's actually healthier for you because it has its minerals. But I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use the bleached sugar. That'll be okay. Bleached sugar has been around for many years, so I'm going to use it. And see, I think I'm going to count my cups. This is like half cups. So, let's see, I'm going to put like half a cup in there, stir it. And then you want to taste it to make sure that the flavors. Oh, he's tasty. That sugar should be dissolved. And you want to taste it. And I could still taste the flour because the flour isn't quite cooked. So I'm going to put another cup in there. Maybe probably a third of that. So you do that, and then you want to just kind of split a cinnamon stick open. This is a cinnamon stick, and you want to split it open, right? And just drop that bad boy in there. Oh. That cinnamon stick is an incredible flavor. Now, I've seen, they have all kinds of cinnamon sticks, and that I've seen in the grocery stores. And they have these kind of cinnamon sticks that you can find in the bottles. They're okay, but they're not as good as the larger ones. You can find in bulk, like these big, beautiful cinnamon sticks. You're in luck, because that's a nice cinnamon stick. That's going to flavor up your beverage very well. You don't want to. It's coming around. So while that's cooking, because that's what it's doing, it's cooking. Your atole is cooking. It's so nice. Oh my God, on cold days, I used to, when I made it with the kids, I used to call it, let's have some, you want some Mexican eggnog? So, atole is very, very, it's very, very, it's a nice, flavorful, hot, filling beverage. I just wanted to share a memory, a food memory. No, I better keep this over here. So now, and now I remember I said I was going to, share the tamales with you. Now I made some pumpkin jalapeno cheese tamales and pork tamales. For me, I love the tradition that my mom shared with me because it was just part of my family culture, and then I was able to carry that on. But it doesn't mean that one cannot include other traditions as well. So, but to me, it was a wonderful food memory, and I enjoyed it. Now I tweaked my tamales, and there's all kinds of tamales you can make, and I just love. And I was told, don't eat the corn because it's bad for you. But I think in everything in moderation, like my father used to say. See, that's already sticking on the bottom, and you don't want that to happen. Well, here I have a tamale, and it's got the jalapeno and cheese in it, and it's very delicious. And it's got pumpkin. The masa, I put pumpkin in it. Oh my God. The flavors with the, oh my goodness. It's very delicious. Who would want this for a nice meal, breakfast treat? Putting that, I'm gonna have my atole in a minute. And you just kind of, I'm gonna have breakfast, and this is good. So I have my cheese and jalapeno with pumpkin. I love the jalapeno in there. I should have put more jalapenos in there. And it's a marinated jalapeno, which is going to give you a different flavor than the regular jalapenos, because the marinated jalapenos kind of have that acidity in it, like vinegar. They're pickled, and they're oily, and it just gives it a really nice flavor. It's usually about a good, Mama used to do this, oops, kind of dribbled. My mom used to actually make this, and it took her, and she would have me stir it for about a good 30 minutes on low heat. And she wanted it enough, I mean, it was cooked enough to have that, it's a film that is, it's like a film that's on, and I'll post pictures, excuse me, on Fun Cooking with Mary, my blog spot. Then I'll post my my recipes on there to share. And then, yeah, that's good. That's gonna be nice. And so it develops a film on top where and it's called nappe, and you can actually pull the skin off from it, like some kind of skin on top, and then you can just kind of pull the skin back, and then you have it. You have some wonderfully cooked atole. But this is like a perfect consistency. See, it's nice and thick. It's like a loose gravy texture. So try it. Okay. Pull the cinnamon sticks out if you want. I like leaving them in, so I just tell people and be very careful. It's so good, and it warms your body on the inside, and it's got that cinnamon. Oh, I almost forgot. You put a little bit of vanilla in there, and I usually put like a good, like a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon. Mama used to sneak some vanilla in there, yeah. And sometimes you can even spice it up a little bit, like, you know, if you want to put some other seasonings in it, some anise, and it would be good, and some a little bit of cloves if that would, but I would use the whole actually we could do that right now. I'm not going to put it in, but I'm going to show you. See? The whole stars, you can put them in there. And it's got that little licorice kind of taste. You can put that in there, and then that'll flavor it, and then just pull it out. And then, but I like the vanilla and the cinnamon, and you can put the whole cloves. Let me see if I have whole cloves. Oops. Sometimes my shirt goes up. Do I have any whole cloves? Yes, I have whole cloves. See? We can put some whole cloves in there, maybe just a couple, and give it that little Christmassy. So, this was fun. I couldn't wait to do a video on atole. So I know the holidays are past, but doesn't mean you can't have it for the rest of the winter, because it's so delicious. So, and then some more tamales. So I'll see you next time. And again, Happy New Year. It's still January 2016, and I'm just excited to show you my videos. Okay?